changes to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down. On a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Dropping back, it's Bickley. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. The Huskers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Yes, the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will take the field for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sets up the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The offense knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll throw it. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back to throw, it's Bickley. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Dogs! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
And the Defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. The give on the option. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, I find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Bickley. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Huskers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Cornhuskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Scanning the field, it's Bickley. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch on the left. Hits the crease. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bickley. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the ground with the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Got enough for the first. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Thomas back to pass. Swings it out to the flat. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Across the 45. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Toss sweep right. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Trying play action. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Bickley. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Cradles it at the 35. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Dogs! A great catch and run for 6.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Bickley. Takes the easy one to the back. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field and making the nice tackle.
Fires to the big fella. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They've got the screen set up. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Thomas looking to fire. Got his man. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Fighting off the defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fair catch is signaled and made. Go to work from the 27-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. They'll go right back to him. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for space. It's Gideon. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really good
touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Got some room to run. Powers through. The 20, the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete out of the backfield. And he never had a chance as soon as he... The defense was right there. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Catches it at the 30. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pulls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. On 1st down from their own 22. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quick strike complete. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. Still running at the 40. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Line getting set on second down. Now the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Now facing a 3rd and long. And they'll take a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. This one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.